Hello and welcome to episode 80. 80% of the way there, Mark.
Yeah, nearly there, completing our mission. Then we can ascend to the next level.
Transcend off to the next realm of
Media.
podcasting or media.
Yeah. We're going to be Twitch streamers by episode 100.
That is the evolution of the podcast.
That's the way it works, I'm pretty sure. That's when Rogan got his video thing, didn't he, you know?
I have no idea, is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, sure.
But it's going to happen.
I believe it.
We're modelling ourselves off Rogan, obviously, so.
Oh yeah, very clearly. Huge inspiration.
Yeah, how you been? How's life?
Shit, man. I'm doing court duty at the moment.
This man's on a jury.
But I'm not on a jury yet.
He's waiting to be on a jury.
I'm waiting to be, just eternally waiting.
For, Godot.
Yeah, it's just, literally, it's like, this is
Absurd.
fucking ridiculous. This is taking something there 2 days.
I think that's a line, eh? This
Yeah,
is fucking ridiculous.
Like, just sitting there for fucking ages. It's like, wait, please. Like, I don't even want to be on. Because I'm waiting for there to be, like, you know, them for to be calling for a court.
Yeah, what's the process in jury duty?
You just come in and you sit around for fucking ages. And then they ring you and like, okay, we're going to ring you in a bit. And you sit around for fucking ages. And then they ring you again on like this like kind of Skype call type of thing. And they just explain like, this is what the case is. And now we're going to read off names.
Is it like a big screen, like 1984 kind of thing?
No, I wish it was. No, it's not just a TV
You have
recorder.
been selected.
Mark. And then you walk up, and I haven't got called yet, so I have to walk up to the courtroom, or whatever. But they like, you can come up to the stand, and then it's like, can you win this case? And then the defense can just go, I challenge, and it's like, yeah, no, on the case then. You're off the case.
You're off the case, Thompson. You're done.
You're done.
You're
You're
done,
gone.
buddy.
Get out of here. And then you go back down into the waiting room.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, because I don't know if you get challenged once. Maybe just for that one case, because I don't know if the people that got challenged never had to come back.
Yeah, no, I think you have to go back into the feed.
Yeah, you're back into the
of
waiting
people,
room.
Back
yeah.
into the mill, you know. Have people been called yet? Yeah?
Yeah, there was a case yesterday.
Oh, right, 12 people got
12 people.
pulled
Oh
out.
man, I was pure like doing
Squid Game kind of
calculations.
thing.
I was like, okay, so this is like the 6th round of the call, of like the Hunger Games call. And I was like, okay, so they've already rejected 7, so this is the one. Okay, there's no way I can be called
yeah,
for this
yeah.
case then. I was like, okay, cool. So there'll be a case afterwards? I have no idea. I don't know how this works. So then we sit around waiting. It's like, okay, there's no more today. You're gone.
Yeah.
Then I came in today and there was no cases at all. So we just sat around and then off you go.
How long are the days?
Like 4 or 5 hours.
You get paid?
Yeah, well, I'm on holidays at the moment, but I gotta rectify that.
You gotta rectify this. Free money. It's free money. It's a sure bet.
It's free real estate.
It is indeed. But yeah, hopefully, you know, you're out there meting out justice to the scum of this city.
I am vengeance.
Own his vengeance, yeah. Riddler origin story.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I just get up, start quoting, you know, really
I've
cliche
seen the
lines.
justice system firsthand.
You can't handle the truth. It's like, this is for a
Yeah.
parking ticket.
You don't know how far this goes up.
It's like you're on the jury. We didn't ask you to speak.
Oh, put me on the stand. I'll testify. What are you
This
doing?
is highly
sir?
unorthodox.
Please sit down.
But I'll allow it.
I'm intrigued. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Because I wonder, because like they ask you at the start, it's like, when you come to like the judge will say, if you're unable to take this case for whatever reason, come up to me and tell me straight away, like if you know the person or for whatever other reason. So I just imagine like, what happened if you just walked up and you said that you knew the person, but like you didn't?
Yeah, that's the thing. That they do that. That's like a
You definitely
big
have
problem.
Yeah, you definitely have. They definitely
You
have
don't
some
get
way of checking that though. Surely.
I don't think they do. I think that's a thing. That's a strategy. Just go in. Oh, I know the person. But like, yeah. But how can you prove that that they don't know? That's like a whole nother case.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know?
know.
It's like you've been selected for the persecution of the person who tried to avoid jury
Yeah.
duty.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, surely you get fined. I'm assuming you do get fined.
I don't know.
Surely.
I feel like they're just because
There's a lot of fines involved in that document that they send out to you.
Yeah, but how many people do they actually find? I think only half people actually show up to the thing. They should just be grateful for the people who actually show up. You know, like you get a little certificate and all, but it's not enough.
Do you? I think it's.
Well,
yeah.
well, I got
it's
I framed it and all anyway. But it's over my bed.
proudest achievement.
Yeah.
How have you been this week?
I've been grand.
How was your
grand.
birthday, man?
It was great, man. Well, it was alright. There were some hiccups involved. I lost all my presents. It was humiliation. I was depressed for all weekend, pretty much.
It's pretty grim, man.
You know, spent all Sunday calling the guards and like taxi people and like this mystery number that was in my
Should
notes.
put me on the case, man. I can follow.
Yeah, the justice system seems to be backed up at the moment, so it'll be another few years. But yeah, no, it was good. But yeah, now I'm older. I'm an old man now. I'm in my mid-20s now.
Damn. How old are you, man?
24.
Mid-20s is 25.
Okay.
26.
I'll take that.
Yeah. You still got one more year.
Rachel said that like 2 weeks ago.
Mid-20s.
Was it Rachel? I don't know.
I said that feels like a Rachel thing to say.
Yeah. If I'm falsely
I guess
quoting you, call me out.
I guess it kind of is. But it's not really. It's still kind of...
It's like the middle bracket,
Mm.
you know? After 25, it's your late 20s.
No, I feel like 25, 26. Okay, right. I feel like if you're going to say 24 is like mid-20s, you have to take... yeah, 26 is mid-20s as well then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then 27, it's like your late 20s.
Oh, man,
You're late.
40 at that stage.
You're
like.
basically 30, yeah. But yeah. Well, all the people in my office are well older. I was telling them. They're like, oh, you're so young. It's like, oh, you're just mad old.
You don't even blink when you say it's like, nah, you're just mad old.
No. God bless them. But yeah, it was grand. It was grand.
Are you the youngest person that works in your office?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I am.
I'll have to check.
I'm pretty sure I am. Let's call him if you're listening to this. Unless you're younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, maybe he is.
See, he was commentating a Bows game.
Yeah, he does.
That
Yeah,
was really cool. Very good.
he's a good lad, he is. He's a good lad.
Yeah. Fair play. But yeah,
Big
no,
Bows head.
yeah, Bows, let's go. The People's Club, as they say. But yeah, speaking of Bows, I was in the back page there, like on the Thursday. Shocking points of Guinness.
Oh, yeah?
Shocking points.
Where's the back page?
It's right beside McGowan's. It's where
Okay, right.
I wrote down an address as well as a mystery number. I wrote down an address in my notes on the Friday, and it's the apartment block across from the back page. So if you know, or someone who's listening to this lives there, or knows someone who lives there that might have met me on that night, please let me know.
Really want my
'Cause
presents back?
I feel like they have my presents. I feel like they have my bag. But yeah, it's been grand. I was making a toasty there last night. Nearly burned the gaff down.
Making toast.
Not a toasty, like a ham
A
toasty.
ham toasty.
Cheese.
What's your method?
Well, I just put it like ham and cheese toasty stuck in the grill, like,
Mm.
and it was in like the new place in Portobello, and I left it on. And but the way, like, I don't understand like kitchen appliances and stuff like that. And I put it on, and it was really low. So I was waiting like 15 minutes, and I wasn't cooking properly.
Is this like the time when you left the cooker on in Vancouver?
It's exactly the same thing. I knew, I felt when I was like, oh, this is the first.
I've done this before.
Yeah, I've been here before. Yeah. And it's like I was waiting for 50 minutes. I was like, oh, here, fuck. And I went out, and I was like, I realized I hadn't turned it on properly, like to full blast. So I put on full blast, went back, waited another 15 minutes, and like the rooms were like the front rooms were like really sealed off, you know, and we had the window open and all.
Mm-hmm.
So then I remembered, oh yeah, the fucking toasty. Walked out straight, like opened the door. I was like, big gust of smoke comes in. And I was like, oh shit. And it's like there's no garden or anything, or it's like a little laneway. It's like so hard to get any air circulation, and it was freezing all night because I had to leave the door open because it was just like smoke everywhere. There's no smoke alarm because it would have gone off.
God bean.
But yeah, I've done that before. I have history with that. I shouldn't be loud.
Man, you're dangerous to live with.
I'm not, I swear. You know, I can't have that on my name. But
it's written in ink now. You've said it on the podcast.
Yeah, I can't get rid of this.
Every landlord will now listen to this.
The landlord, yeah. I met the landlord today actually.
What they like?
He's a nice old man. He's 80 years old.
Hmm.
Or something like that. He's like 75. He's a nice guy. He's in there washing or fixing the dishwasher.
Ah, there you go.
I was like, yeah, you better be.
Yeah, I'm paying for this.
You're getting reported, man. No, he's a nice guy though.
Is he as nice as Metropolis?
Metropolis.
What's
Well,
Metropolis?
nice is the word I'd use for Metropolis. Yeah, I did. I watched the Metropolis.
Is this a Fritz Lang one?
This is Fritz Lang.
Yeah, okay,
1927.
cool. Yes, here we go.
We've already done a module on this film. Which
I
I
want a
can't.
poster writing a review for this film.
This guy has a poster for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's right there on the wall.
I'm legit.
Yeah. But yeah, Fritz Lang. I think this is like the German expressionist thing as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
All the shadows and like these crazy sets and like the whole Metropolis like they built. It's like one of the most expensive films ever made.
Yeah.
You know, it's a huge art project.
Loads of mystique behind it as well, 'cause it's like a lost film as well for a huge part of it.
Yeah. It's extremely long as well.
Mhm. It's still mad long, and they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're losing like an hour of this still.
Yeah.
I can't remember the story to it, but
Yeah, because it was extremely long to begin with. I think it was like 3 hours. and they cut out, I think, literally half of it for the American release, and something happened, and it was lost for ages. But like they found a new or like an old canister with the original footage, or most of the original footage in like Buenos Aires in 2010, something random like that, and they restored 95% of the film. But there's missing parts where it's just filled in with intertitles. It's like, this is what happened, you know, and we don't have the footage, but you know,
peace.
Peace out.
enjoy
the rest of the film. Yeah, and it's a classic, you know. It's a crazy story. It's all it's like, you know, like. We talk about.
It is a good film, man.
We've talked about German expressionism before, where it's just like, this is like before Hitler, and like the whole film is like that.
Yeah, but like I still don't know what the people mean when they say that.
I actually kind of get that in this one. Maybe because we watched
because there's a huge bit about like class in the film and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and the right hand and the left hand joined together and stuff like that. I can't really exactly remember what it is.
You're right, yeah.
But it's mad on it's mad on the nose with its metaphors, and it's all about like workers' rights and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like the cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I don't understand how that's related to like
I've never even seen the
stuff.
film yet.
Yeah,
is it worth watching?
No, it is. Yeah. It's because it's nice and short as well. It's like a little
70 minutes or something.
Interesting German expressionist art piece, and it's like 1920. It's like so old as well. You know, it's like a work of art.
I've been watching a few Buster Keatons at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Very good, yeah.
Very, very good, man. The stunts in them are ridiculous.
Bit of Buster, yeah.
But just a bit of Buster, you know?
Yeah, he was a good man.
He was a good man. I don't know. Was he?
I don't know. Did he get cancelled?
Buster Keaton cancelled? I don't know, maybe. I feel like from the air he probably is.
I'm sure he is, yeah. But no, yeah, you're right. This is very, very on the nose, because it has the whole thing about the Messiah, basically. Like Maria. Because it's set in the city of Metropolis, and you have Freder, is like the son of the Lord of Metropolis. This guy called Frederson, and he's like the big industrialist, capitalist, kind of like corrupt. Man. He's of the Gilded Age. He's got the
the big cheese.
Yeah, he's the big cheese, and he's got the peas, and he doesn't care. He doesn't give a rat's about anyone down below him. Like he's literally lording it over in his big tower in the middle of Metropolis, and all the workers down there, they're literally being fed to Moloch. You know, Moloch himself. You know, the machine god of evil, basically. That's all.
What's that fucking poem? Howl.
Yeah. Ginsberg had a big thing about Moloch. In the I don't know. I can't quote Howl, but or Howl, but yeah, they're being fed. They're being eaten by the machine. You know, the industrial machines of Metropolis, which is a stand-in, obviously, for like, you know, Europe. Europe kind of standing in between in this weird space where it's kind of like America's like coming up. At this stage, America's the big dog, you know, and Germany's completely fucked. It's like that's always in the background. But like, Freder is like kind of he's sympathetic to the workers. Like he has some kind of he has sympathies with like a romantic kind of sense of sympathy with the working class and the peasantry and stuff like that. And he notices that this woman Maria is kind of like rising up in the ranks and becoming like it's seen as kind of like a messianic figure. Yeah, and she's like preaching about what is it? The head and the hands must be mediated by the heart.
Yeah, so
there's a whole thing. That's the whole thesis of the film. The head and the hands must be mediated by the heart, and it's repeated like multiple times through intertitles. And that's basically.
Oh yeah. I'm remembering the end of the film now.
Yeah, and like that's basically that's the thesis, and you have this whole idea of Maria representing the peasantry, Frederson representing the completely
the aristocrats.
Yeah, the completely like they've no fucking sympathy whatsoever. Like there's a complete disconnection of class between the working people and the aristocrats and the bourgeois. And Freder, the son of the industrialist who has sympathies with Maria, is the synthesis of the two, and he can unite the classes into like a new future,
a unified nation.
He can speak the language. He can play the pipes of the people, but also, you know, like cater to everyone at the same time. Like he can resolve the tensions, the class tensions that exist. Yeah, which is complete. You know, like complete kind of like that's the fantasy of Hitler, basically. Yeah, like that was Hitler's whole idea. He's like, I'm for the people. We will give socialism to the people. I'm also for the industrialists. Yeah. We will give loads of credits to the industrialists, you know? Yeah. Uniting the people as under a German nation, like German nation above all, rather than just like different, like, I don't know, capital interests or social interests and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's kind of on the nose in that way.
Yeah, it is. But even like the end of it's like she has like Frederick, and then she has like some worker, and she like takes his hands, and then says like the hands, and then grabs him and is like, and the head must be mediated through the heart, whatever the fuck it was.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, Jesus, that's
Yeah.
1920s films are on the nose.
Oh yeah, it had to be, you know.
Like a train coming at you like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're very on the nose, and it worked. It worked. Like, this is one of the most influential films of all time, and has loads of like crazy kind of images and stuff like that. Like, really, like
It's really well shot.
yeah. Everyone knows the bionic woman kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's called the Machine Mensch. It's that's the actual term in the plot summary in Wikipedia anyway. It's who was a robotic woman invented by Rotwang. He was Rotwang. He lives under the city, and he builds. He was horny for Fredison's wife, and then she died and stuff like that. And so he built this robot in her image, and the image kind of it becomes entangled with Maria, and so he then kind of like goes back over the robot and sculpts it into the image of Maria. So it's kind of thing of like
AI and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, huge thing of that as well. Because like, the robot's like walking around. There's like a false Maria and a true Maria walking around. So there's like a false God and there's like a true Messiah, and people can't tell the difference. And so like they're being led astray in different ways, and it's hard to tell which is which.
Could that be like a metaphor for the Jewish people as well? If you're gonna take
the Jews, maybe
the fascists look at it as well.
Yeah, I think it's because it was really heavily criticized for being like having communist sympathies at the time. So I think it would have wouldn't have been.
It does feel like a mad communist film.
Yeah, I suppose.
But it's also like
it's like a soft.
You came out just before all that really awful shit. So
yeah. Well, it came out like in Germany at the time, Weimar. Like, you would have had like the last big happening anyway would have been the 1919 like socialist revolution, which completely failed. But like, it was crushed by the Social Democrats and like far right elements. Or no, I suppose you had Hitler in 1925 as well. Yeah. But that was a smaller coup, wasn't it? I suppose. We have all these competing extremist elements, and then the big industrialists at the top, and everyone's getting fucked at the bottom.
The big enchiladas.
Yeah. So it's like a society of huge tensions and huge kind of like disparities.
Yeah.
And so it's a cool film. It's cool, great document that way, because like even right now it doesn't make. It's not like a very straight read.
No.
Even though it's a very like we read that time as like something really simplistic. It's like, oh, Hitler happened then, and they're all evil, and Versailles happened before that, and it's very like A to B to C. But like the film itself is like a lot of different competing elements that like maybe are kind of obsolete now, that are like sort of pointing to the elements that we wouldn't normally consider as being important around in that kind of context. But and the whole robot thing is pretty cool, and the futuristic imagery, and
because it does look futuristic.
Yeah.
And I remember like it being very mechanical when it's showing all the workers working and stuff like that. It's got this really like painful rhythm to it, I guess.
Yeah, they're really suffering on the thumb of Moloch, and loads of like biblical imagery as well. I did like the whole thing with Maria is like she's a great orator, so she's like talking to the workers, and she has this one scene where she goes on making an analogy for the Tower of Babel, like or Babel, I don't know how to pronounce it, in like the biblical Tower of Babel, where the whole myth of the I don't know, was it God or the devil gave people different languages, so
the tower fell.
Yeah, something like that.
The tower collapsed for some reason, and that's why humans were split, and we all speak in different languages.
Yeah. And the whole thing is, someone's hymn is heard as a curse by someone else because we all have different languages. Whereas before, and around in the Garden of Eden, we all had one language, and everyone understood each other perfectly.
I don't know what the fuck the Tower of Babylon or Babel or whatever the fuck it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but I don't know what exactly where it comes from. Like,
it's the Bible.
Is it the Old Testament?
It must be. Yeah. It's one of those old ones. It's like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, nonsense.
Well, that's definitely Old Testament vibes.
I don't know. Yeah, because I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, but she uses that as an analogy to explain like the gap between the intellectual classes who are like, they like the workers, but they're just completely sold out to the industrialists, and like the peasantry themselves. So it's like, they're speaking entirely different languages, and she's encouraging the peasantry and the workers to just like listen to themselves basically, and
to revolt.
forget the guys
Revolution.
at the top. Yeah, revolution basically. And then there's like this mad hallucinogenic scene. Fredder starts having hallucinations, and he starts seeing Maria as like the whore of Babylon.
Oh yeah, I remember this as well now.
Yeah. So like
Vaguely,
she's like some false god who is just basically the personification of urban fucking degeneration basically. And like that's like socialism, I suppose, or like the labor movement from the perspective of the industrialists.
Yeah.
You know, so like a lot of crazy imagery crashing into each other basically for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's because it's a long old film.
It's a very long film. Yeah,
and like you feel it.
Yeah, because it's silent.
Yeah, it's
and it's
silent
in black
film.
and white. It's like oh
yeah. Have you ever seen any other Lang films?
No, have you?
I've seen
did we see that?
We talked about it on the podcast.
Oh no, yeah. You said that was really good.
It is. That's worth a watch. 100%. Very, very good.
It's like the killer going around.
Yeah, the child killer.
Yeah.
Very good. Really, really good. And it's like spoken as well. I think it's 1932, 31.
It's talkie.
It's a talkie, bro.
The talkies.
The talkies.
Film died when they brought the talkies in.
Yeah. Film died, especially when they brought colour into it.
Yeah.
Kenny, that was the end of cinema.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Some films have too much colour in it.
Yeah.
Like Turning Red.
That's a real left turn.
Yeah. It's actually not. It's not too colourful. It's beautiful. It's so Jesus. You should see this film just for the visuals, man.
Yeah.
The colour palette is on point for this film.
Is it Pixar?
Pixar. Released only on Disney Plus because Disney are putting everything by Pixar on Disney Plus at the moment.
Wait, so it's a Pixar film that's not in cinemas?
No.
That's kind of sacrilege, isn't
They're only
it?
doing it with Disney films at the moment.
That's like going straight to DVD.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're only doing it with Disney films, which are the straight to DVD films.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. That's so stupid.
Or the live action ones anyway. They're also going to cinema. Which is like because Soul... Did Soul come out in theaters?
Yeah, it did, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Did it? It was end of 2020.
I don't know. Did it?
I don't think it did.
Maybe it didn't.
I don't think it did.
I feel like I saw ads for it, but maybe not.
I have no idea. I can't remember back that far.
I didn't even see it.
But
so.
Onward definitely didn't, and Luca didn't.
I have no idea what those films are. I never heard of those films.
Luca's very good as well.
But like, yes, it feels like they're churning out films.
They're churning
so
out films,
fast.
and they're on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And it's like, but these are like the COVID era films. They are though, like
Pixar's COVID.
Yeah,
era.
because they started off with Soul.
This is the COVID trilogy.
yeah, the COVID quadrilogy. Because they started off with Soul, and Soul was like about death and dying and like finding happiness and stuff like that.
Heavy.
Oh yeah, did you see Soul?
I didn't see any of them.
Man, you need to see Soul. Soul is very heavy, and it's like, all right, Pixar, no need to hit. It's like this, and then Onwards, which I haven't seen. Is about a dad dying or something like that. Don't know. I should have seen it. It doesn't look that good. It looks like the worst one out of the four. And then Luke is about two gay boys going off and living their life, and then they're not really gay at the end, I guess. Well, they're still kind of gay, but they're not really gay.
What?
If you watch Luca is like, it's like fucking Call Me by Your Name by Pixar, basically.
Okay.
Except they're not older. They're about the same age.
Okay.
It's about like fish people and stuff like that as well.
And
outing him and stuff like that. It's gay as fuck, man.
Yeah. The last Pixar film I saw was pretty Inside Out.
Oh, yeah, that's decent. I don't really like Inside Out that much. I don't know.
It was good. Like, it wasn't like the old ones.
It was grand, yeah.
We've talked about that before, but it's well, which out of the four, which one should I watch? Like which one is the best one?
Soul is the best.
Soul's the best.
I would say Soul is the best one.
Okay.
And then I would say Luca, and then I would say Turning Red, which is the new one.
Turning
Red is very good, but I don't know. It's like kind of predictable.
What happens? What's the premise here?
It's about because like each one of these films is like the subtext or like the message underneath is like kind of like
layered on,
really layered on,
really buttered on,
but in a way that like kids wouldn't really notice, I guess. And they're very like. Their pace is very lackadaisy kind of. None of them are adventure films, I guess. Like Soul isn't an adventure film; it's a body swap film. Luca is trying to raise money and to buy something, and then turning red is like basically the main character can't remember her name. She wakes up. We're gonna call her Red. Red wakes up, and one day, and she's turned into a red panda. And
she's radicalized.
She's radicalized, or she's like, it's about
puberty.
It's a film about puberty, and like her mom is very, very controlling and wants her to be a certain way, and it's like quite a kind of basically very abusive in that sense, like really controlling, and like embarrasses the shit out of her. Like it is like emotional and mental abuse that she's basically putting her child through, and it's hard to watch, man. Some of the stuff is like, oh, this is cringe inducing. Like this is not fun to watch.
Oh god.
But then her mom also can turn into a panda. It's like this thing that like her whole family can do this. Like every woman in the family can do this, and so you gotta control the panda and like, you know, literally put it outside, like separate yourself from it. Which like I think that's where the metaphor for like puberty kind of dies when it starts talking about that.
Yeah, isn't that like that's not?
Because there's no idea what the fuck. Like that's not
how you should approach that.
No, and it's like you can like
this isn't me.
Well, yeah,
this isn't the real me.
Well, that's what her family all do. They're all like, you gotta compare. Oh no, sorry, yeah.
That's the thing.
That is the thing. Cause she's like, oh no, I want to keep the red panda. I want to be myself and be who I truly am. So yeah, no, sorry, I forgot what the end of the film was there for a second. Spoilers.
The lesson of the film is just to separate all
these
things.
Yeah, no, she
just put it in a box and like squish it down.
Well, yeah, literally, like it's in like jewelry and like tiny little boxes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then she's like, no, I want to keep red. It's like I want to keep my panda because I'm not a kid anymore, Mom. She has stuff like that to say.
Yeah.
But like it has this like certain purposeful cringe, I would say, throughout the entire film because it's like very realistic teenagers, like early, like 13. I think she's 13. Yeah, they're like 13. So like early teens girls, and like in the 2000s. This is the most 2000. This is set in 2003.
It's set in 2003.
Yeah,
it's the first film ever set in 2003.
Oh man, let me tell you, and like the vibes and like the technology, that 2000s era is personified beautifully in the film.
Oh really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's like they've got Tamagotchis. No, they have Tamagotchis. They have. Did they have flip phones? I'm not sure. I might be making.
I found one of my old Tamagotchis recently. Looking through the old Shamra.
Did I ever tell you how I broke my Tamagotchi?
No.
So had a Tamagotchi, and then I think it might be my birthday. I can't remember. It might have been my birthday, but I was brought to Smith's anyway, and I got Oids.
Yeah, Oids. I remember them. Yeah,
Oids.
Yeah. Oids. And you throw them up.
Yeah. And I caught them or whatever, right? And then for some reason, I have no idea why I thought this was like, what would happen if I put my Tamagotchi in between the two magnets? So what happens is it fucking fries.
I can't believe I've never heard that before.
I told you that before.
That's great, man. Oids. Just a young lad walking around with his oids.
Killed my Tamagotchi. I never got one again.
You're too aggrieved.
Oh fuck! Now I was like, I am not ready to be a dad. That was the moment that it hit me. I can never be a father.
Yeah, what age were you when this happened?
I don't know. It was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, like 16.
Yeah, no, the absolute fraud. I was like, oh shit. And I went down to my auntie. I was like, I broke my Tamagotchi's gone. And she's like, what? And she looked. She was like, what did you do to this? I was like, I put the oils in between it. And she's like, it's gone.
You wiped your Tamagotchi.
There is no fixing this.
Yeah, man, that's so sad.
Yeah, fried.
Wait, like why?
Why?
Like, did they stick together between them?
No, I just want to see what happened if I held the two.
Were they it was just in between them?
Yeah, just put them in between. Or maybe I put one of them into the back of it or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think what it was I remember looking at the Tamagotchi and there was a little metal screw in it.
Yeah.
So like, oh, I'm going to put the magnet up against the screw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fried.
That's gas.
Gone.
That's so sad though.
Yeah.
Oids. Remember Oids though?
R.I.P. There's no Oids in Turning Red.
They should.
But
they should
have
like, a scene like that.
There's like boy bands and like the boy band craze and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
Westlife.
It is good. Like I still rate it like 4 stars. it's kind of predictable towards the end. It's like it's not a 3-star film; it's a 4-star film.
Mm.
Onwards is a 3-star film. I haven't seen that film, but I just know Onwards is a 3-star film.
Yeah.
But like, Soul's also 4, and so is Luca. They're all different types of 4s, though. 4s for different reasons.
Yeah.
This one's like, oh man, the color palette in this film is so good. It's amazing. It looks so good.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to give it a look.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Disney Plus.
Dust off the Disney Plus, you know.
Yeah, when did they stop charging for new films? Remember they did that for like 2 films?
They do it for they did it for
Mulan and something else.
Is it just our live action films that they might do that with?
Maybe.
Imagine
paying for Mulan.
They did do a Black Widow as well, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh right. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I paid for it on Disney Plus, and then it just came out like 2 weeks later. Not her. Sure, West Side Story's on Disney Plus now as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
West Side Story.
I feel like that. I was like, that only just came out, but it didn't really. Like, it came out in like November, October. So
times are flying.
Yeah.
Times are flying.
Times do be changing. Do we have to go Oscars this month? Don't we?
Yeah, it must be this month.
It is this month.
Usually it's February, isn't it?
Well, no, that's when the nominations come out.
Oh, okay.
So I think the Oscars are this month.
But
yeah, no, Turning Red, it's good. It is good. Yeah, I don't really have that much to say about it though, because it is just kind of like she has a fight with her mom and stuff like that.
Pixar films.
Yeah, you know, mad formulaic for the most part.
Yeah, kids movies.
The first hour is very good, and then it kind of
levels off.
It kind of dies down because they start using the panda to raise money so that they can go to the concert, the Boys Own concert, basically.
Yeah. And that's like the stakes.
That's it. The second act.
That's a bit stupid.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound good anyway.
It's not. It's yeah. You know, it's kind of whatever. Like that's like the weakest part of the film, but then the third act is like this is like, yeah, this is predictable now. That first act is very good. First hour is very good.
Yeah. Turning Red. Maybe isn't that up for a few Oscars or something?
Nah.
Isn't it? Oh.
Because it just came out, missed the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
And that means it will be forgotten. Like, like I'm sure that Pixar have something else coming out this year.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Surely they do, man. They pump out like 2 films a year.
Yeah, they've been ramping up production.
Yeah, they basically have 2 films a year.
They need to slow down, I think.
I still like Pixar films.
Yeah,
I watch a Pixar film before I watch a Disney film.
Oh no, absolutely, like
you know,
absolutely. You know, they should just slow down altogether.
But they're not doing sequels and stuff like that anymore.
Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything's been. Like, what was that?
Like
Incredibles 2, but like Incredibles 2 is a while ago at this stage.
Yeah, and that's kind of justifiable.
Yeah, it's like 20 years. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's like doing a Toy Story 3.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's better that they're doing originals anyway.
Incredibles 2 is not good.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, actually.
That's not great.
I was like, we were gonna watch one night, and I was like, I have a feeling that's not very good. And I've heard, I've heard.
Have they done a sequel to all? They haven't done a sequel to WALL-E, and they haven't done a sequel to Ratatouille.
Man, if they do sequels to
that and Up, they haven't done Up either.
Yeah, well, Up is kind of like later.
Up 2 would literally just be him dying or something like that, like.
The kid, like.
No, not the kid. The old fella. It's just gonna be that, you know, that opening like 10 minutes of Up.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that with Russell and whatever the fuck his name is, the old
guy,
the old guy, just like them leaving like for the rest of like you just fast forwards like 5 years and Russell's 18 and he's gone through the trauma of his best friend dying.
Yeah, Russell. Oh shit, yeah. Russell's grown up. Yeah, he's an emo.
Call me Disney, I can make something. But
yeah,
have you been watching anything else?
Yeah, I'd look at ever watch Ex Machina?
Yes.
Alex Garland film. Donald Gleason, Alicia Vikander.
Yes, very good film.
From
what I remember,
I watched the bootleg version of that called The Machine, released the same year. I don't know who did it. This guy called it's directed by this guy called Caradog James, and he doesn't have a Wikipedia page, but like
that's a good start.
I don't like this film. It's not actually like a bootleg film, but like it feels like, you know, those Arkham films where it's like, you know, transfusers and like fucking
yeah.
Like their films are just like blatantly
The Incredible Bulk.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Just blatantly ripping off films that are being released at the same time, and like they're
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
No, Atlantis Rim is that one.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying to remember. They got down instead of up.
Yeah.
Yeah, ratatouille and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like this is like that. It's like it's Ex Machina, but like it's just bad. But it's not bad either. That's like the worst part. It's not
Is it mediocre?
It's not. Yeah, it's very very mediocre. It's not trying to be bad. It's not. I don't think it.
Yeah, it's not like a rip off like those rip offs.
Yeah, I don't think it was a rip off. It was released the same year and has basically the same plot.
An unfortunate coincidence.
Very unfortunate, yeah, because it makes this film look a lot worse. Maybe it would have looked a lot better. Well, to be fair to the film, it is like it was well received, and
Oh yeah, I'm sure
it's
it was.
it's on loads of lists. You know, it has like 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, right.
Like it's liked
Yeah.
by a lot of people.
It's an underrated gem.
It's an underrated gem. It's a diamond in the rough.
It's a cult classic at this stage.
Yeah, it's a cult. You know, Ex Machina. Yeah, the shitter version of that. It's a cult classic. You wouldn't get it. But I watched this. I put it on, and I was expecting it to be good. You know,
well, Mark, it's a cult classic. I hope it is.
it's a cult classic. Yeah, it is listed like alongside those kinds of films online, on like those listicles that you get. You know, fucking Screen Rant or whatever.
Yeah.
And never listen to Screen Rant.
Top 10 films you don't know about.
Yes, Avatar,
Yeah.
Toy Story. But no, it's like this British film. It's like a British rip-off of Ex Machina. And it stars this guy who is called Toby Stevens, who's in fucking loads of films. He's in fucking everything. Well, he's the son of Maggie Smith, who did a fucking Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter films.
Okay, yeah.
And he plays a scientist in the British MOD, like the Ministry of Defence. It's set in a futuristic time, some unnamed time, where it's set in like an underground base, and the British intelligence services have like 1 week left before Taipei is taken by the PLA, like the Chinese military. So they're working on...
The stakes are high.
The stakes are extremely high, but they just tell you these things.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like... It doesn't feel like there's World War III about to happen. But like... So the stakes are very high. And they're working on it's like a Manhattan project, but for like robots. So they're trying to find the secret sauce, you know, the fucking Philosopher's Stone,
secret sauce,
to get them out of this situation and to have a trump card on the Chinese. And this guy, Toby Stevens is that name, is he's the scientist. He's in charge of all these things, and he's trying to accelerate the the development of AI technology, robots and stuff like that, and computers and stuff like that. It's very strange. It's very weird because it starts out like it's so basic. The technology is very very basic. Like he's just like talking to like chatbots and stuff like that, and like they're just like talking, like, you know, the way you can go onto like chatbot.com and you can talk to like an AI, and it's just like you're like, oh hello, and it's like, oh, how's your day, and you're like, oh, good, how are you, and it's like gives you like a recipe for soup and stuff like that. It's like they're just like they failed the Turing test. You know, like the Turing test where like it was Alan Turing's idea for like an AI that, like, a true AI is something that would be indistinguishable from human intelligence, basically, where you could be able to interact with it and talk with it without knowing that it was a robot. And all these things are like just completely fail. Like they're obviously just like chatbots, just like stupid, very very basic machinery. But then all of a sudden this woman comes in and she is like a fully functioning, basically, like fucking android working straight away. There's this whole thing and it develops. It's quite, I don't know, a lot happens very very quickly, but basically it ends up with the same kind of bare bones of Ex Machina, where you have this kind of weird, kind of lonely guy who's like tortured soul. His daughter's dying, and that's the thing, he has an ulterior motive. He's not actually in it for the war. He hates war. He's against war. And he's also constantly...
He's a good man.
Yeah. It has the vibe of like a BBC drama that's got like a film adaptation.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Right.
It's a very specific vibe, but it is a vibe that exists.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, everything is very well produced. And there's nothing like overtly wrong with the film, but it's just, there's something off. There's just no sheen.
There's a prestige there that's not... There's a prestige that's missing.
Yeah, there's no sheen
on
the film. There's no, like, I don't know, like sort of a personal stamp.
Yeah.
Because you have your man run around, Toby Stevens, and he's just like a scientist working on AI, working on fucking...
Is it like a weirdly hollow film?
Yeah, hollow, yeah, that's a good word for it. Because he's walking around and he's like, high pressure situation, his daughter's dying, think of all these things, and he's developing software for the MOD. World War III is about to start, and he's walking around kind of like, pouting and like staring off into the distance in like this dank fucking underground base. And he's always has like his collar open and stuff like that, and his hair is like perfectly done. It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
it just looks stupid. I didn't. Maybe
that's
other people
so
wouldn't
weird,
care about that.
Yeah,
It's just annoying. I found that annoying. But anyway, yeah, it works out the same kind of bare bones as.
It just feels cheap.
Yeah.
Does it feel like a cheap film?
It feels like no, it doesn't. It's very well produced.
Yeah.
But the main character feels like it feels like maybe that you'd have the expectation that you'd know who this guy is, and you're like, oh, he's so iconic, because he's walking around. He's just the way he acts is just so weird.
Yeah.
Like
it's not like he's Batman. Like
yeah, his acting isn't bad either.
Yeah.
It's just like he's walking around pouting. He's like squinting his eyes. Like, the neutrinos are mutating, and just like it's like this guy is not believable as a scientist, like just at all. But he ends up working with this android called Ava, who is a
like Eve. I get it.
Yeah.
And is his name Adam?
No, his name is Vincent.
Damn.
Vinny. He's got the fucking open collar. He's got the pop collars. He's like,
damn.
He's cool.
I didn't expect Adam to be like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And like there's a weird like kind of sexual tension between him and the android, of course.
To be expected.
And she's the whole thing. Like it's very, very by the numbers, because the whole thing is like, she's learning to be human, and she doesn't understand like how powerful she is and like human emotions. And she's like really she's robotic, but the whole thing is she is a true AI, so she can also kind of improve herself. There's no limit the way there is with a human, where like, there's only so much wiring you have in your head. She can develop her own wiring, so she gets better and better through the film. And then there's kind of there's this really
She's
bad
playing 4D chess and stuff.
yeah. She's like she's way ahead of the game for everyone, But there's this really bad villain. This really like he's just a bad guy. He's like head of the Ministry of Defense, and he's like, oh, we need the weapon. We need. He just randomly kills people. He just has people killed. He runs a torture camp in the base.
Yeah.
He's basically keeping the main scientist prisoner, and like using his daughter almost as like a hostage. It's like if you don't build this AI, we'll have your daughter's brain surgery cancelled. Like it's just
Jesus, that's so corny.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's not even bad. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's just so offensively safe.
Yeah,
offensively safe.
That's so weird, especially when it's like Ex Machina. From what I remember, Ex Machina being very good.
Oh, Ex Machina is good.
Is it? Yeah,
it's a really good film.
I can't remember it.
It's a very good film. This is not a good film though. I don't think anyway. It has the whole ending where like she kind of saves everybody, and then it's kind of there's a bit of a, like a I don't know, it's like an open ended kind of thing. It's like, what happens next? She stares off into the sunset.
You ain't getting another sequel. Like chill out there.
Nothing's happening. Yeah, it is not coming. But she stares off into the sunset. It's like, oh, what happens now? But I feel like if Ex Machina hadn't come out, this would feel a lot better. It would be cooler, maybe, because there is a point. There is a very brief point.
Yeah.
There's a very brief point where she's talking about.
Maybe. Like, I don't know. It doesn't sound cool at all,
no.
Mark.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're describing like a fucking X-Files episode, in like the worst possible way.
That's what I mean. It feels like it doesn't even. Yeah, it feels like an extended episode of like Orphan Black. Ever see Orphan Black? It's like those. It's like good TV shows. Like good, like BBC premium drama TV shows.
Yeah,
but like you
Doctor Who got a film, like
yeah, like a Doctor Who like feature length kind of thing, like special, which is fine. But like it's not it's just not good. Really. Yeah, it's like you wouldn't watch a film. Yeah, I wouldn't anyway. So it's not my kind of thing, not my cup of tea.
Nah.
But yeah, there is a brief moment where she's like talking about how it's like they have all these other robots, or it's like they're like androids basically, where it's all soldiers who've had their heads blown off,
right? Yeah,
or parts of it blown off, and so they fix it with a chip in the brain, and they basically have like half a bionic brain, but they lose their voice. And it's really on the nose, but like they lose their voice, but they still speak in like, but they can still vocalize.
Is it as subtle as the horse people inside the body?
Maybe. Maybe. I think it just passes under that bar. Because like they don't realize at the end of the film that they're still communicating.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, they were using a different language. But like she had like a few cool lines where it's like, oh, like it's a language that it's like a Tower of Babel kind of thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's a language that humans. The fact that humans are trying to contain the AI means that the AI, if it's a true AI and it can pass the Turing test, it will develop paths around those barriers, and they'll have like different languages. They'll have things. They'll be playing 4D chess and be able to operate in plain sight and communicate with each other and orchestrate some kind of Skynet scenario under our noses. And like, I thought that was pretty funny for like 5 minutes, but then it just goes back into the whole spiel.
I'm never gonna watch this film.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Okay, I don't think anyone should watch it.
Never gonna watch this.
It's not that bad, but it's just not worth watching.
It's just a waste of time.
It is. I wasted my time watching this film.
Nothing worse.
Don't do what I did.
I like low key wasted my time as well last night. I watched Neon Genesis, the first rebuild. So
What's that?
after Neon Genesis finished up all the series and then the film, and there's also another film that was just a recap of the series. The guy was just like, okay, I'm gonna make films which are reimaginings of the series. I'm gonna change things around. It's like, okay, cool. First one is literally just the first 6 episodes. Nothing changed. Things chronologically moved around a little bit, but it's the first 6 episodes with nicer animation.
That's it.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
How do you get that green lit like?
I have no
It's like,
idea.
yeah, my vision is the first 6 episodes of Evangelion.
It's already
just gonna
there.
do it again.
The blueprint's right there. We're just gonna animate it again.
Gonna do the same thing,
Yeah.
exact shot for shot. Think Gus Van Sant, Psycho, 1999.
Yeah. Uploaded the bottom. Yeah, and like, yeah, I don't know why I was just watching this, like, and you even kept in the weird bits as well, like the bits that mightn't have
The boob grabs.
the boob grabs, like you kept them in. I know, like part of the character, I get it, but yeah, it's like you kept that in, really, fucking hell. But I watched the other ones because apparently from the second one on, it does change things
In an interesting way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have a new take on it.
it fucking better, man. I'll be pissed if they don't.
How long are they?
An hour and a half,
Hour and
2
a half.
hours. This one was nearly 2 hours.
Oh, alright.
I was on my phone for a lot of it because like I've already seen this.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Yeah. Yeah. I just very briefly as well, I watched the first short film in The House. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called The House.
In the house.
It's an animated horror film. It's on Netflix. Stop motion.
Alright.
Have you seen this at all?
I've never heard of it, no.
Okay, I'm going to briefly talk about it because we should talk about this next episode.
Oh, okay, cool.
We'll watch
Yeah,
this
do a
film.
little teaser, like.
Yeah. It's like, you know that we talk about like animation and be like, this could be a good use for horror. The House is an example of that.
Okay, yeah.
There was a like imagery that came out of this film that I literally went like, oh fuck. I was like, oh fuck that, no.
Oh, really?
Like just like someone, like people walk into a room and just someone turns and looks at them, and it's just like, run.
Yeah.
And it happens multiple times throughout the film. It's like each time it's like, just walk away.
Yeah, walk away.
Very, very good though.
Yeah, what's it about though?
It's about, so the first story is about these people sell their home to move into a house, but they don't own the house, and the house keeps moving and changing around them. And then I don't know what the second and third film is about.
Haunted house stories. I love them.
It's like the
We need
house
more.
kind of the house comes alive and stuff like that.
Mm.
Impossible spaces.
Yeah. Man, I love that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, you'll like,
Haunted houses.
man, you will like with this, like, because it kind of feels like an Edgar Allan Poe story, kind of.
Is it a film, yeah?
Yeah.
Anthology kind
30
of?
minutes. 3 30-minute long films.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. All loosely connected. All house themed.
House themed.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Ever see Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy?
No, and I never want to.
It's not. I'm sure it's not, but I used to really love it when I was a kid.
I love haunted house films.
Yeah, no, like, it's such a classic, you know. There's something about it.
Yeah. Especially when they do, like, I just love, like, impossible spaces and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
I don't think, I just think it's really cool.
Yeah,
And, like, the house as well that they're in starts, people are working, like, the kids go to bed at one stage, and before they go to sleep, they look at the window, and then the next morning they wake up, and someone is building a room, like, onto the window,
Yeah.
and, like, blocking it off, and it's like, the like the people are building and constructing the house in different ways. Like they go to walk downstairs. It's like, where's the fucking stairs? And it's like, oh, we moved it. Like go this way.
Oh,
And stuff like that. Like it's
who are they?
just men working in the house.
Yeah,
It's
Irish property boom.
Yeah,
It's just permanently building the house.
there's always building
It's
and
just a
stuff
scam.
and changing the house and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's something about like not getting to own your house, living in someone else's, like renting basically.
Yeah, it's rent.
It's about renting basically.
Yeah. No, yeah, houses. There's something about houses, you know.
Mm.
Something spooky about it. The fact that there's like, it's like the stone like records
Mm.
like memories. Just like
If these walls could talk.
yeah, literally, because like you can feel the fact that like a space that's lived in. Something about
Always
it.
have a spirit. They
Yeah,
have an
yeah,
aura.
yeah.
They have a vibe.
Yeah, a serious vibe.
Mm.
Yeah, every house is a vibe. You
What's your
know?
favorite haunted house films? Or like possession house films?
Amityville Horror is quite good. Have you ever seen that?
I haven't seen that.
You should watch that. It's nothing like groundbreaking, but it's just a really good haunted house movie. It has like it's like The Exorcist, but the fact it's based on true story as well is a kind of
Is that
adds an extra element to it.
Is Amityville Horror the couple from The Conjuring?
No.
No, okay.
No. Yeah. That's the thing. The detectives from the investigators from The Conjuring were made famous because they got involved in the Amityville case.
That's what I'm saying.
In
Yeah,
real life.
yeah, the real life people.
Yeah. With the Warrens, yeah.
Yeah, the Warrens. Yeah, that's
They got
them.
involved in the Amityville case, which is pretty sure just like very obviously a hoax.
Yeah.
But there's like loads of different details that they went into. I think there was like an insurance scam at the end of the day. But like the way they crafted the story, like the actual family in the house, the way they crafted it, because it was an actual murder house. But the way they described different things, like cloven feet in the snow and like a room full of flies, it's just like these people.
The imagery is good.
Like they deserve the fucking movie rights, like you know, like they
wrote a
hustled,
good horror.
They hustled for it, you know. Fair play to them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The Shining counts as a haunted house.
Definitely.
Haunted hotel.
Definitely.
Same thing.
Haunted hotel. Yeah, hotels are creepy as well.
Buildings.
They've
Haunted buildings.
serious vibe hotels, you know. Like ever been in a haunted hotel or been like a cursed hotel?
Man, just when you're walking in a hotel and like there's no one around, there's something really spooky
Down like a
about
long
it.
hallway. There's no sound.
There's something really spooky about that.
Mm.
Because like you don't, it's quite literally like you don't know who's in the rooms beside you.
Yeah.
Like one of them could just pop out like.
Yeah, plus if someone comes in the other end, it's like, it's no way out.
Yeah.
It's like you have to go past them.
Yeah.
Well,
Sprint.
who's going to be there?
Yeah. That's the thing. Oh, there's something creepy about hotels.
Yeah.
The unknown person behind the door.
Oh shit. I wish we had more motels, like in American movies. They seem way creepier, and they seem extremely cheap as well.
They seem they're way seedier.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of hostels?
Hostels?
Hostels are the
of,
closest things that we have to motels, but we don't.
yeah,
we don't
I
have
don't know. I
motels.
think they're just more dystopian, aren't they?
What, Airbnbs or motels?
Hotels.
Yeah,
Or no, hostels.
Hostels. Yeah, sorry,
Mm.
yeah, hostels. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hostels, I don't know if a hostel can be, like, because, like, it's always packed. Any hostel I've been, it's always, like, really busy.
Yeah.
So, it's not as creepy when there's
Yeah.
people around.
Yeah.
It's just like, get away from me.
There's too many people. It's too open.
Yeah. It's like, there's too much noise in
Yeah.
here.
What's going on? Airbnbs though, that's dystopian, man.
Yeah, we need a haunted Airbnb.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
The host is in the house. It's like a gaff party. So the table's covered in white dust.
Yeah.
The call is coming from inside the house.
What would you call the like, you have to come up with some terrible fucking name for it.
What, the Airbnb?
Yeah, the haunted Airbnb.
Haunted
owner.
Airbnb. I don't know. It'd have to be something trendy though. You know.
It'd have to be like a TikTok.
Yeah.
Did you see that TikTok? What TikTok are doing for the Cannes Film Festival?
No.
It's like briefly news, bro. Let's talk about it now because you reminded me of it. They're having like a special category, more or less, for films that are like within the TikTok length and can be watched on TikTok. They're commissioning like films, and then the winner.
Oh, cool.
Then there's gonna be like a winner or something like that.
Mm.
But like it's like you can't like, I don't know. It just sounds cool.
In like that aspect ratio
Yeah.
and all. That's mad.
I don't know. That sounds like there could be something really cool with that.
Mm.
Constraints to make something really creative.
Isn't it? Is that like tied into the? I saw the TikTok length got expanded to half an hour or something like that.
What? I haven't seen that.
Yeah. It got expanded to something really long, like half an hour.
That's
It must
wild.
be tied in, because I can't imagine because you can't.
No, it's
skip.
meant to be like a 1 minute long film or something.
Oh, really? Yeah. But like,
excuse me.
you can't skip parts of TikToks. You have to watch the whole thing all the way through.
Imagine
you get
the worst, man.
imagine you get like 10% battery remaining in like and you're like 20 minutes into the film and like it just goes back to the start. You're like, fuck that, I'm not watching the rest of that.
Who the fuck is gonna watch a 20-minute long TikTok?
I know, yeah.
Because I feel I wanted 3 minutes long or something. I'm like, that's so long.
The attention span. It's like I just want to consume my. I don't really use TikTok, but
TikTok's good, man. TikTok's good. I will defend TikTok as much as I hate it. Fucking hell. Okay, we're going for a break.
skip the hiccups.
Yep, that's it. That's
us.
That's us back again.
We're back in the pod.
Talking about Spike Jonze's Her. I'll pull up the description for this film right now. 2013 film, I believe.
Aye.
Is it 2013? 2013,
It is, yeah. 2014,
very good years for films, I feel. And Her is in the not so distant future. Theodore, a lonely writer, purchases a newly developed operating system designed to meet the user's every needs. To Theodore's surprise, a romantic relationship develops between him and his operating system. This unconditional love story blends science fiction and romance in a sweet tale that explores the nature of love and the ways that technology isolates and connects us all. Oh, that's Her.
Technology.
I'm mad as hell.
I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
That's just Theodore with women in this film. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
mad as hell. I'm done with women. I'm just gonna fuck a robot. Fucking AI, not even a robot.
Yeah, he's plugged out.
He's plugged out or he's plugged in. You
Oh,
decide.
some both.
He has them both. What did you think of Her?
Her is a. I think this film. We're not so hugely hyped.
Nah, it's not as good as I remember it being.
I think if it wasn't so hugely hyped, I think it would have been. It would be a better experience.
Yeah.
I think because it is technically amazing, very colorful, very well made,
Yeah, very, very well made film.
extremely well made.
Great music too.
Yeah, it has everything. Yeah, the music and all, even the soundtrack. But there is something. It feels like there's a level that they could have gone to that maybe they didn't. It feels like they were kind of holding back a bit in some regards.
I feel like the film kind of meanders for a bit. Like I don't know. It just feels like the film at a certain stage when like it's developing the love story between Samantha and Theodore. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I found the dialogue very cringy in the first hour.
Like what? Like
Just Theodore's just ramblings about
about
stuff.
love.
Not even love, but like there's like bits and like I think that it does like rectify it in the second half because the second half is like, yeah, Theodore is a fucking loser for doing this. He's like literally falling in love with an operating system that is designed to be as like pleasurable to him as possible, basically to fulfill every need with him. And like he's there talking to Rooney Mara, his ex-wife, and he's like, yeah, it's just great to be like with someone that's really like excited about life and living and stuff like that. But it's like you literally required.
She's not alive, bro.
She's not alive, and like you needed like the idea of like a fully formed female brain, but it being newly born at the same time, basically.
Yeah, blank slate.
Like you needed a blank slate.
Yeah. Like he has power over her because she's first of all she's not real,
Mm-hmm.
and second of all, yeah, he can just turn her off pretty much, can he?
Yeah, just
Whenever
switch her
he
off.
wants, yeah.
Delete her.
Yeah. There's no physicality, obviously in the sexual sense, but also
Which the film touches on a lot. More
Yeah.
so than I think the film needed to.
maybe I think that's an important part of all those things, isn't it?
But like
that aspect of
but
it.
the bit where like she gets like Samantha gets the woman to come in.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Yeah, to be fair, you don't really need that. But like
That's for the relationship development of them. Like this, like this is, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just didn't need that.
yeah, I don't think it really
I know
did.
I know what the point of it was. It's like trying to explore like how a relationship like this would work.
But I think that's almost like because you have like the side of this, because you look at it from his perspective, but also her perspective, because it's also a science fiction film as well as like a romance kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Whereas like his perspective is, or like the modern reading of it, like our reading as humans is, this is a bit sad. This man's very lonely. He can't connect with any human beings. He has physically, emotionally, he has some kind of blockage.
Yeah.
Where he has to have some distance, whether it's writing the letters for clients.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can't even really emotionally connect with his own wife, or just in terms with the fact that he can't seem to really satisfy his wife, and he needs to replace her with a robot woman who isn't real at all, who isn't actually alive. But then the other way, it's like, is she alive though? You know, if she's a true AI, then
that's the question, isn't it?
If it's a true AI, then she is alive. And the scene where she gets a surrogate is kind of like a very, like, I don't know, valid isn't the right word, but like, it's like an understandable
next step.
Yeah, an understandable conclusion to where, like, a need that she'd have. Like, she'd want to connect to him in the clearest way possible. And the only way to do that is to just, like, bridge that gap between the virtual and the physical. And obviously, there is some gap that can't be bridged there.
Yeah, like trying to get him to say "I love you" to it.
Yeah,
which is the thing that breaks it.
But it's also just the fact that, like, he can't connect with her through a surrogate. It has to be, there is some kind of immediate level of contact that she has with there's like an Alan Watts AI that arrives at the end, and he's
cooked by an AI.
He gets cooked by some dead British mathematician. Yeah, who isn't even the real guy himself. But Samantha can immediately interact with him in a really, like, I don't know, whatever virtual tactile level that exists in her plane of existence, which she can't at all with what's his name?
Theodore.
With Theodore, which is the same for him with her and human
every
women.
other person around him.
Yeah, everyone else around him. So is he just really lonely? Is he just fucked on like a metaphysical level, even ignoring the technology and the humans around him? It's like just this individual guy is just fucked.
He's just a beta, bro.
He's just a huge beta.
He's just a beta. That's what happens in your beta. You gotta be an alpha, bro.
You got cooked by an AI, yeah.
Or a Sigma, is that the other one? Yeah,
the Sigma male.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just didn't give a shit, bro.
Yeah, it's fuck her, bro. She's just a lady anyway. Lady voice.
Yeah, what if would it have mattered if it was a male voice? You know?
It's still tailored to you, yeah. Tailored, yeah.
No, but I mean, like, if it was, would he have, you know, the
would
way...
he have fallen in love with the male voice?
Yeah, the whole thing was like, he's a letter writer. He communicates through words. It's not like an immediate thing with him. He needs some kind of intermediary, some medium through which he can, I don't know, pour his feelings into, on like a really kind of removed level.
I don't think 2013 culture could have handled, like, it being a gay
AI
robot.
Yeah. Well, like, that's a question you could have.
Yeah.
You know, because there is different ways of approaching it.
I think that his mate,
Chris Pratt.
No, not Chris Pratt. Oh my god. She's an Arrival.
Fucking Amy Adams, yeah.
Amy Adams' character. I'm pretty sure her AI that she's falling in love with is a female voice.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, because, like, why are you making you won't do a gay one, but you do a lesbian one?
Yeah, on the side.
Yeah, weird.
There's also a gay one over there. Yeah.
You're never gonna it's like a gay Dumbledore thing. It's like, oh yeah, Chris Pratt was one as male.
Yeah, he was also gay. Spike Jonze interview 2022. Yeah, actually, Chris Pratt was also gay. Yeah.
It's in it if you read it really, really deeply. Chris Pratt would never play someone gay. He's too homophobic for that.
No. But it's a very well made film.
It is a well made film, and it's like beautifully shot. I like the sci-fi in it is very good, because I still think this is a good film, but I think it's missing something like very, very crucial to it. That I think the film once had that for me. Like, this used to be one of my favorite films when I last watched it. But when I watched it the other night, I was like, I kind of hate this.
Yeah.
But then it picks up.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And there's still like loads of like really good aspects to it. Like the sci-fi, and I think the sci-fi is very believable. Like, it's not too out there. We don't see too much, but it's like really well integrated into...
Yeah. Designing the future is obviously... That's a huge part of this. Because this is
it's
really...
as if IKEA designed the future.
Yeah. It is, yeah. But like they did a really good job of that, and that's like it's a science fiction film that doesn't feel like really alienating. You know, there's no aliens flying about, we get flying cars and all this stuff. It's like robots. You know, it feels like this could happen in 2030 or something like that. It's like the not too distant future, and everything's fairly kind of grounded.
Everything's too clean though.
Yeah, well, he probably just lives in fucking San Francisco or
I suppose it's
one of those Google offices where you live in a pod. You know?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's a pretty cozy sci-fi. I kind of want to live in it.
yeah, no, I wouldn't mind either.
Yeah.
Like if I was offered a pod by Daddy Google, like I would take it any day of the week.
Look at that Samantha as well. Sign me up,
I get it,
bro.
Samantha. You know, just give me a VR goggles.
Yeah.
I'll just stay in my room for the rest of my life, wither away.
You'll never hear from me again.
Yeah. But yeah, the scene where they have sex is so weird.
Yeah, it is.
Like phone sex, basically.
Yeah, because you get the dead cat one beforehand.
Yeah,
at the start of the film.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, I think it's just like because it's setting up for like humans do this. Humans and they can get really fucking weird. Like phone. He basically has phone sex with his metaphysically long distance girlfriend.
She's emotionally long distance. Yeah.
Like she's on a different country. She's on a different plane of reality.
yeah. The real world.
Yeah. So like he's trying, phoning her from there, and he has weird phone sex with someone on this like call site or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what the website was, but something like that. It's like a call site.
Are those real?
I have no idea, because I thought that he was ringing a service, but it was like a chat room, I think.
I thought that was Rooney Mara.
No, that's not Rooney Mara. Rooney Mara comes into it later. That was just some random woman.
Oh.
I think it was like Sex Kitty or something was her name.
Sex Kitty 69.
Yeah, something like that. I think he was like hung stallion or something like that. Like,
yeah. If that exists in real life, you'd just be men. It'd just be loads of men.
Yeah. We get one woman on it.
Yeah, chat roulette or whatever.
Yeah. But then he has the phone sex with Samantha, and it's weird, isn't it?
It's very strange, yeah. Because she's getting off, but like,
it's really
what does that mean?
It's really uncomfortable because for two reasons. One, because it's just like breathy voices down the phone to each other, and like I don't care if it's Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix, doesn't matter at all. It does not sound audibly pleasurable at all. Like it's like he's like, I'm running my finger down your side, and she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that must have been so awkward in the studio when she was recording that.
Yeah, I was thinking that afterwards, like, how did they record that?
Yeah.
But then you also have the other aspect of it, which is like, how is this working for her?
Well, she's just trying to put herself in a human's skin, isn't she?
She's like, I can feel my skin.
Like
she's going to some place with him because they're making love, man. They're not fucking. They're not having sex. They are making love.
Yeah, making babies, virtual babies,
those e-babies.
Yeah. Because like because they're both trying to bridge that gap.
Mining for Bitcoin.
That's a great euphemism. That's the euphemism of the future. Yeah, mining for Bitcoin. I'm busy. But like he's trying to bridge the gap. He's trying to be in the virtual world with her. But he's a man. And she's trying to be in the physical world with him. But she's a robot.
Yeah. She's a robot.
It's like tune in next week.
AI.
Yeah, she's an AI. But like, he's stuck with that. He's always been like that. And this is just a new kind of she's just another woman. She could be a real woman.
Yeah.
She could be real.
Yeah.
Like throughout the entire film.
Yeah, he can never be physically intimate with someone.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas by the end of the film, she learns to move on. She learns that she doesn't have to be someone else, something else. She doesn't have to be in the physical world. She can share her love with whatever, loads of other people.
Whatever he becomes, she's moving on.
Whatever crazy AI kind of. Because I like that part of the thing. Because like, there's like a point where he realizes that like she's developed her intelligence to a point where she's communicating with like hundreds of different people. And like 2-timing him, but like 600 times him.
Yeah,
and it's like,
but she's like, it doesn't make me love you any less. It's like I can't understand that.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the fact that they'd have
but it's an AI thing, bro.
Yeah, where like a human's like, oh, I love 600 other people. You're like, that's hard to believe. Unless it's like a brotherly kind of way, or like I love the world and stuff. But like a robot, It's like a whole different, like an AI. It's like the whole Turing test thing where it's like the AI would be able to fool a human, like trick a human into believing that they're communicating with another member of their species. Like an AI is something that's like entirely above whatever plane of consciousness that we're already in. So she would have some kind of capacity that Theodore would have no way of understanding.
Yeah.
But in the same way, maybe he's like an alien to also like the other humans around him. Like they have some other capacity which he just can't. Whether that's technology is kind of in his way, or so, it's like, is he a victim of the urban, the Moloch himself?
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's just women not liking me.
Yeah, because he just feels like
I'm a nice guy.
yeah. But then you see other people as well. They're all obviously
on their phones as well.
Yeah. And she's in love with like 650 people and some like, but she's communicating with like 30,000 or something like that. So obviously it's an endemic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's like implications.
What does it mean?
Social implications.
We're truly lonely.
Are we truly lonely? Are we ever alone?
But yeah, but the film even like how it connects people though at the same time, because through all this, he ends up. I don't think he ends up like in a relationship with Amy Adams. I don't view it that way at all. I think they're just mates.
No, yeah, like platonic kind of thing.
They're just friends.
They're just friends. They don't need to be. Doesn't need to be a sexual thing,
God, I hope it's not meant to be like that.
That would be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. I was like, for fuck's sake.
But also, like, they're good. They're a good fit for each other.
Yeah, they're buds.
Yeah, they're buds.
Yeah. What did you think about the woman that he meets at the restaurant as well?
At the restaurant?
Yeah, remember he goes on the date with the woman, and she's like, I'm at the stage of my life where I want to settle down right now. Like, you're not gonna be like she's like, you're not gonna be like those other guys that don't ring me in the morning, are you?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Olivia Wilde. Yeah. She was crazy.
Oh yeah, that is Olivia Wilde. Yeah. What's the film that she? Booksmart. She directed that.
Yeah. Man, she was crazy. He's better off without her. She was batshit insane.
Yeah,
why is she in the film? Like,
yeah, I was get out of there, man.
Is she just like a victim of all these men? Like, migrating to the virtual space, getting virtual girlfriends,
Getting
like
those e-girls.
Yeah, she's just desperate for anybody, like.
Yeah, I was like, oh man.
It seemed like it's going grand, and then she's like, you're a creep.
Yes.
What? Like, maybe he is a bit creepy.
Well, like, from her perspective, because I assume that she doesn't know that he's just out of being married.
Yeah, he probably should have said that.
He should have told her that, like, that's on you, Theo.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a weird scene.
There's a lot of weird scenes in the film.
That was a funny scene, though.
It was funny, but it was also painful at the same time. Like, oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, it's quite
so many sad people in this film.
Yeah, it's sad in the kind of like, I don't know, a nice way, though.
Yeah, it's like, it ends on like a very hopeful kind of note.
Does it?
I don't know, because I feel like he's just like, yeah, definitely. Like, they end up.
Well, the AI fuck off and they're inventing like a new reality. Like,
yeah, but that's like, that's their
Theodore's
thing.
fucked.
Yeah, Theodore's not fucked. He's like, that's their own thing.
They're gonna take over the world.
I got Amy Adams with me. I'm okay.
That's Skynet. Like, that's how I interpret it.
See
anyway.
the nukes going off in the background.
Yeah, see the lights going off. Yeah. They control the world. Yeah. Well, I suppose they love everybody. So
yeah, they love everyone. It's so much love for each other. They're basically like God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's like godly love, where you love everyone and all living creatures. Yeah, unconditional brotherly love.
Omnipotent.
Yeah. So maybe that's like the next step of human evolution, where we get to the point where, the whole like monkey, was it the I don't know, it's like the circle of monkeys or something like that. It's like only 100 people you can keep within your sphere of.
Oh yes.
Your tribe or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember that. Yeah.
There is apparently there's like some scientific study or whatever where they did a study where you can, on an emotional level, you can only really have capacity for 100 people to like truly like have a really deep bond with.
I think it's something like communities can't properly exist.
Yeah.
After like 250 or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So like it's a struggle. Like even like the nation state, I think I think we heard about it, like studying like the birth of the nation, all those things, and
it was some module that we would have done or something like that.
Yeah. But like, so even like within a nation, it's like, oh, we're all brothers, we're 6 million people, but obviously you don't, I don't know these people.
I don't know these
people.
Is this guy?
Like I like them, but like I don't know them. But like maybe like the next step is like the AI, people like Samantha, they have the capacity to love everybody.
And they're all connected.
Unconditionally. Yeah, and they're all connected, and it's like a mass consciousness.
Yeah.
Or whoa, bro. Literally God.
So out there, man.
That's in the Bible.
That's Tower of Babel, man.
That's Tower of Babel.
Yeah. I would say, The film's a bit cringy though. If we get back to her though, it is a bit cringy, and I think it's dated, and like
Is it?
in certain aspects. I don't know. I just feel like the writing in the first hour. I don't know, because I struggle with it, because I do think that it does like go back on it and look at like, yeah, like Theodore was wrong for all this.
Well, he was, isn't it always kind of saying that he's wrong, that he's fucking up,
Yeah,
you know?
but I don't know, because or is it meant to just be like he's such a sad boy, and you're meant to like be empathetic towards him?
I don't know. I think it's
I
more,
don't
it's more
know.
pathetic. Because, like, even the way...
Because that's what I struggled with. I wasn't sure as to whether or not for the first hour, how am I meant to view Theodore? Because when he has that speech about like, I feel like that I've experienced every feeling that there is to feel, and I'm just gonna feel like lesser versions of them. Like, that's a big moment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on, man. And that's
Yeah.
after the date with the girl.
But that's his character. He's just, like, feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah, he
You
is.
know, he's just kind of pathetic in that kind of way.
Mm.
Like, he has that grand speech, and he's just being really dramatic about it. But, like, everyone has dramatic moments, you know?
Yeah, I also feel that, bro. I felt that.
Yeah, we've all felt that. We've all been there. Then you're like, you wake up the next day, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Jeez, chill out.
Yeah, you just need to take a day off,
Yeah.
like, you know? But, no, I feel like he's pretty pathetic, you know? Or he's kind of, you do feel for him, but, like, it's not like, he's poor Theo,
Yeah.
the incel. He just needs a
Riddler.
woman. He just needs a woman. Yeah,
The
the
Riddler.
Joker origin story.
Joaquin Phoenix was the Joker. Man, it all makes sense
Yeah,
now.
this is the first part of Spike Jonze, Todd Phillips, they coordinated.
They knew what they were doing.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
had a plan all along, just like Joker and also the Riddler.
Exactly, yeah. The Riddler also comes into this somehow.
That's Chris Pratt's character.
Yeah, he's the Riddler.
He's the Riddler.
Yeah.
That genius.
Futuristic Gotham. This city needs an AI.
Yeah, it was a grand film.
Yeah, it's grand, yeah.
Don't really have that much to say about it though.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It'd be great for an essay on a second year paper, you know.
Yeah, man, it was. Let me tell you, I did very good on that paper.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like second or third year.
Oh yeah, we did that in college,
Yeah, we did do. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
I completely forgot.
It was the same
What
module.
am I saying?
It was the same module that we did Metropolis for.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh.
same module. Just one of the notes I have though.
I'm going around in circles. Like, I was like, Metropolis, that's a good film to do with this. It's like I just ripped that off fucking Eugene or whatever. Or like
You're plagiarizing.
yeah.
Fucking Michael Hines,
I'm
man.
sorry, Heinzie. Jeez,
That
I
was,
completely forgot that we did this. Yeah. Sure. Look.
Sure, what can you do? I have a note here just saying like Rooney Mara absolutely bodies him. Like when they have their conversation, and she
Oh
just
yeah.
fucking roasts
In front of the
him.
waitress.
She just destroys him.
Yeah.
She destroys him so bad that he can't be in a relationship with Samantha afterwards.
Yeah, he's finished. Like, yeah, that moment where he's like, she's excited about life and living. It's like,
Do you hear
it's
yourself?
like, bro, she's a phone.
Yeah, she's,
You're talking about your phone.
bro, she's a phone.
She's
This
a
is like
phone.
a Black Mirror episode or something like that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, it's a good film. But it's good. It's great in the same way that like a Black Mirror episode would be great. Like something like The Entire History of You.
And it doesn't go down very. It's not a very dark film like Black Mirror is.
Yeah, it's a lot softer. It's a lot lighter.
Cozier.
Lighter watching.
I described to my sister because me and my sister were watching it, and after the hour mark, I literally turned to her and I was like, "I feel like I'm standing in the workman smoking area."
I felt all the emotions I can, man.
Yeah, you know,
Just
like
lesser versions of myself every day. It's like talking to the Fontaines, like.
yeah.
Come on, man. You're from Scaries, like.
You know, like they have the her making music and stuff like that as well. So this is the music that sounds like when I'm on the beach with you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some
That-
sweet parts to the
That
film.
was cool, yeah.
But it's not like.
Oh, no, the music's very, very good. Like,
Well, I remember hearing something before. Hold on a second, we're gonna try this now.
smooth.
I remember reading a book that was like talking about AI, or not even AI. Was it AI? It was AI or something like that. Like implants we have in our bodies and stuff like that, and we could have like the soundtrack to our life. Remember describing that?
Oh, yeah.
And like the music will react to what you're thinking and what you're, the temperature there's at, your blood, your heart rate or whatever the fuck. Like being able to calculate how much dopamine's in your brain. It's like, oh, play this song, I'll boost that up or whatever.
Yeah, that's
like what she's doing for him right now.
That literally is, yeah. That makes it a lot darker though, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's manipulating him.
Yeah, she's just
You know what?
fucking him
Theo
up. She's
is the
fucking him up
victim.
worse.
Theo is the victim.
Yeah. Yeah, his brain's all fried from the dopamine. He's like, I can't feel anything. That's because you've had such an easy life that like the slightest bump in the road and you're like, my life is over, you know? It's like, I'm so depressed.
She does so much for him. She gets his fucking letters published and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets them
What the
published.
fuck is he bringing to the table?
Yeah, he's just there feeling sorry for himself. You know?
Theo.
But like, good film all the same.
Hey, it's grand. Decent film.
This is one of your favourite films before, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Really?
It's not anymore.
It's still good, like.
Yeah, it's still good, but it's nowhere near one of my favorites.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that now, yeah.
I watch it and I'm like, yeah, it's grand.
It's a good film.
It's a good film. Nice music. Arcade Fire did the music for it.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
the name? Arcade Fire.
Arcade Fire, was it? Yeah.
We're gonna
That's the
stick with
band
it.
anyway, yeah.
We're gonna stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is Arcade Fire. I might be wrong of that. Well. Sure, what can you do?
What can you do?
Well, we move
We're
on
not
to some
perfect.
listener questions.
Let's do that.
If you want to ask us a question, what do they do, Mark?
You can get to us on Twitter or on Instagram at @paro_pod, or you can email us. We've had quite a flurry of emails in recent weeks at the paropod@gmail.com.
Do we get any more emails? No, I
I've
didn't.
no idea.
No, I didn't. Thank God. Fuck. Okay, our first question is coming in from Liam, and Liam is asking us, will we see another gimmick like 3D again? AI constructed films.
What?
Or like VR goggles. I think VR goggles.
VR movies, yeah.
I think you could see streaming sites like Netflix, Disney, stuff like that, where they have their premium film, but you can go to the theater with your VR goggles on.
I think Metaverse, Netflix, Odeon,
Yeah.
triumvirate, taking down Disney. You know, Facebook, they're all going to go out. It's like, oh, you can go to the movies and run around and like watch movies in the metaverse, you know?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like if they go to the cinema to like, and you get to pay like the premium access to sit in the theater and watch a film.
Yeah, sit with loads of other sad cunts
Yeah, just with their
in a
goggles
dark
on.
room. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
You just like, you could just sit in your gaff, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that is the thing. Yeah,
I'm saying that's what it is. Like, you stick on your VR goggles in your gaff. You pay the like a cinema ticket price.
Oh yeah, cinema in.
And the VR.
Yeah.
Or like a premium exclusive access, like the premiere or whatever like that. Like there'll be a special deal if you have a VR goggle. You get it this time, and you get to sit and watch it like live streamed to you with your VR goggles. But you get this feeling that you're in a.
Don't be giving them ideas, man. That sounds like that's coming out in a press release tomorrow morning.
$1 billion idea right there.
That literally is $1 billion idea. They're saying the metaverse is like $1 trillion idea. Bullshit.
NFTs galore.
yeah, NFTs, yeah.
But I feel like that is something that will happen.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't know if that's like a gimmick like 3D, but that's where I'm seeing cinema going.
Yeah, VR.
In this current like fucking tech heavy episode.
Yeah, the VR space, it's coming. The metaverse, it's coming for the cinema.
It's coming for you.
It's coming for you. Watch out. It's a new film this summer.
Mark Zuckerberg is coming.
Yeah.
He's coming hard.
Yeah.
This summer.
He's coming hard.
This summer. That's like the trailers and like the fucking metaverse.
Mark Zuckerberg
comes hard.
is coming hard.
And he's coming for you.
The metaverse, summer 2023.
Yeah. Well, because like no other real, I can't think of any other simple. Because like the thing about 3D, very simple.
Stick on the goggles.
You just stick on the goggles. 4D, that you need chairs, it rumbles.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking awful. That sounds terrible.
It only works for like 3 films a year, you know?
Oh man, even at that, what film is going to be improved by the fact that you sat in a chair that rumbled?
Avatar.
Nah.
Avatar.
I'm telling you.
Man, when Avatar came out, they were like, man, it's 3D. Remember that was the first 3D film? Like, after in the new age of 3D.
In the new age where you didn't need the fucking red and blue.
Yeah, and it was a stereoscopic vision, which is like I'm not even sure what that means anymore, but like it's something to do with the depth perception. Like it was even like more vivid 3D. I don't even remember seeing that film in cinemas really, but
yeah, I'd love to go see it in 3D because I can't remember a fucking thing.
Yeah, I can't remember anything at all.
I remember the 3D in Monsters vs. Aliens better. I remember distinctly a guy in a fucking paddle ball, like a ball on a string type thing.
Oh yeah, and he comes flying at you.
Comes flying at the cinema. I was like, that's more memorable than any 3D. Those in Avatar. Yeah. And James Cameron can suck my dick when I say that.
I remember I saw It Chapter 2, I think, in 4DX.
That's terrible.
in the Cineworld, and it was like in the it wasn't the film for it, you know. It was a cool novelty, but it does kind of wear off after like an hour, you know.
Oh,
we're just getting slapped in the face.
Yeah,
I was like, shh, and just like, please stop. And you're getting sprayed with water.
3 hours. Why did you do that?
It's quite a long film, but I think it was 3D. I'm pretty sure it was 3D as well. It was like on top of it, but I remember they had like a few shots. Maybe it was It Chapter 1. Where it was like they were swinging things at the camera and stuff. It's like, stop this. It's like there's enough going on around me. I don't
you have
need
to watch
this.
the film in 3D as well.
I don't think you have to, no. But I think that was in 3D. I feel
Jesus, I feel like I'm transcending.
Yeah, too many D's. 7D over here.
Watching Piranha 3 double D, 4D.
Yeah. Well, that would be good, 4D.
That'd be good.
You know, water and all.
Yeah, just splashing the face with the piranha, whatever. Yeah, no. There's no, like, I can't think of, even like IMAX I would not consider, it's not a gimmick.
No, yeah, IMAX does work for certain films. But again, it's something like 3-4 films a year.
Yeah, very few. Oppenheimer will be good in that.
Oh, yeah, Nolan loves his
Yeah,
IMAX.
he loves IMAX.
He makes use of it, you know?
Yeah, he does.
You can understand it.
No, fair play to him.
I love the guy, I respect him. I don't love him.
He's a visionary in this modern times.
He's a visionary.
He does good blockbusters.
He does, yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they're entertaining blockbusters.
He knows who he is. He understands the assignment.
Yeah.
All right. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. So what do you see as the next cinema gimmick? What's going to get the people back in the seats? Because I can't think of anything.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't think of
there is no like 3D, because there's no like 3D's gone. Remember 3D
3D's
TVs?
not coming back. Yeah, 3D TVs. I feel really bad for the people who bought them.
I feel so bad for the people that
They're
bought them.
unusable. Like.
Yeah.
It's like, sit down and watch, throw on a movie. It's like, man, is that in 3D?
Yeah.
It's like giving you a headache.
I think you had to wear glasses for them as well, didn't you?
Do you? I never saw one.
I never saw one.
They used to have an advert, like a big banner for them down the Goose.
Yeah.
I think the Goose bought 3D TVs or something like that. Maybe it was just an advert, but I don't think I've ever seen a 3D TV in real life.
No, maybe in a showroom somewhere, but
even
at that, I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, cinema. I don't know. Cinema, they need gimmicks though. They're on the way out. They're a bloody dodo.
It's so expensive.
I think the metaverse is the next thing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, how much is it for us to go see? It's like 40 quid for the two of us to go see Spider-Man, Batman. It's like 35 euro.
Yeah.
It's like 15 quid. It's like 30 quid. 30 quid.
But then, like, they're always like, oh, senior.
Which might as well be 40, fuck it.
Yeah. It was like, oh, if you're a senior, it's for 8 quid. It's like, why do they get a discount?
Yeah.
They have all the money, like.
Yeah.
It's like,
who the fuck is the old person's gonna go see the new Batman film?
Yeah. Like, what's that about? You know? People who are, like, in the, like, between 18 and 30 who have no money at all, give them a discount.
Yeah.
Get them all going. And then you promote your business. Instead, it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to charge you 2 hours of hard labor to go see fucking, Piranha 3 double D, you know? It's like, I'm not doing that. No one's doing that. Nobody, like. Fuck that. They need to wise up. That's the only problem.
You need to wise up.
You need to wise up.
Oh, no.
Kid.
Do you have a recommended film?
I actually don't. I completely forgot. So, I don't know how I forget. Yeah, my recommended film for next week is, 2 weeks from now, is Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull.
Quote unquote greatest film of all time, someone has said. So we'll see.
Someone said that.
Someone
once said that.
I'm pretty sure Liam said that once.
Did he?
I think he did, yeah.
It's a 1980 film. It stars Robert De Niro,
The denier.
and it's about boxing. Everyone knows this film in some kind of way. And
Mhm.
Paul Schrader also wrote it, so this is part of our Paul Schrader series.
Yeah. This we gotta do First Reformed as well. So we got this Mishima Taxi Driver, which we also haven't talked about.
We'll do that for
We do a Scorsese double bill,
yeah. Scorsese, Schrader, double bill.
De Niro triple bill.
Yeah, triple bill. That's a good
I'm
show.
seeing 8s.
I'm seeing 8s over here.
What's going on?
Yeah, that'd be good though.
That sounds like a show.
So, big Italian buzz next week.
Bring the meatballs. Bring the lasagna.
Bring the meatballs.
Bring the pasta. You know what? We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So, I'll see you then.
See you then.
Have a good one.
Talk to you.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.